Hi there, it's Lee again. So I've just made two videos this evening. One was on my Satoshi Dice investment, and the other one was on my Just Dice investment. So these are two Bitcoin investments, or Bitcoin type investments in some online casinos. So I'm just kind of thinking on the fly here, and I don't have anything scripted out, so this is just kind of as it comes out of my brain and to my mouth. So what I wanted to just show you was there's three other new investments that I've just done in the last couple of days. So I'm just going to give you a quick run through those now. There's not really going to be very much information in this video. I just wanted to kind of give you a quick brief, and then what I'll do is I'll do like a monthly kind of performance report from the end of the month onwards. So I originally invested on the 15th, and today is the 19th. I did actually make a mistake in a previous video. I said it's the 20th, but it's actually the 19th of February. So like I say, you already know that I've got two other investments in Satoshi Dice and Just Dice. So this is a kind of a similar setup, just in other different online companies. So the first one that we're going to be looking at is bitdice.me. So it's another Just Dice gambling site. It's also got a few other games as well. This one you can play blackjack, roulette, but I've not actually played any of the other games. I don't really gamble online very much, and particularly not with Bitcoin. That's just for my personal preference. I prefer to invest my money. That's kind of how I get my buzz and enjoy spending it. So yeah, this is bitdice.me. So, and these ones I've invested a little bit more than I have in the previous investment areas. So I invested 0.1 Bitcoin. Is that right? 0.1? Sounds wrong. 0.10. Yeah, I think that's probably the better description. So yeah, 0.10 Bitcoin, or 1/10 of a Bitcoin. It gets confusing sometimes. I'm not too sure. I think in the future, hopefully, the whole Bitcoin scenario will have clearer definitions on fractions. I think as a monetary kind of society, we're not really used to working with fractions, and it kind of gets a little bit complicated to explain these things. But yeah, it's basically 0.10 Bitcoin, or 1/10 of a Bitcoin is what I've invested. So at the moment, you can see here that under the investment panel, it shows the current investment. So this is how much I've contributed to the bankroll at present. So you can see that we've actually lost just a little bit. So the profits bar there is we're just currently making a loss, which is not really that surprising, to be honest. It's not a massive significant loss, and I'm pretty sure over the period of the month that will straighten out. And that's also a recurring theme in some of the other sites that I've also invested in recently. Starts out a little bit rough, but it's not something that I'm particularly concerned with at the moment. So I'll just go on to the next one. What I'll do is when I actually do a video for each one of these at the end of the month, or actually it'll be into next month now, it'll be on around the 15th of March, and I'll do like a more of a dedicated overview for each individual site, so you can kind of see why I invested into it and all that sort of stuff. So at the moment, this is just more of a quick overview. So then the next one is safedice.com, and this one was kind of highly recommended. One of the biggest differences with this one, it has a really small margin. So most of the actual gambling sites that you see online, they have like a 1% kind of margin. That's kind of the house edge. And this one, they have a 0.5%, which doesn't sound that good for investors, but it's picking up traction. It's got a lot of people playing games on there, so it's got a good gamer base. And I think it will do well over time. So once again, this investment was 0.10 Bitcoin, or 1/10 of a Bitcoin. And you can see the investment is down a little bit, as with the other one, because we've not been trading on here for very long. I think it's actually 4 days, so not very long at all. So that's that. And I'll just go to the next one that I quite liked, which is digit.io, which is a completely different type of game. All the previous ones have been dice games, but this one it's similar to Minesweeper. That was what the original game was sort of based on. I've not actually played it. I've not really played the games on any of these websites, but this one works by playing. You basically put your stake in, and then you play a game of Minesweeper. And if you complete the actual game, you get to win, or if you hit a mine, then you'll kind of like bust. So that's my understanding of it. So you've got some game tabs. I think they've got some other games on there as well. I'm not too sure. I've not played the other ones actually. I'll just go to the investment panel. And this one, same as with the other ones, is I've invested 1/10 of a Bitcoin, and this is my investment so far. So the first thing that is different with this site is that it actually breaks your investment down into bits. So when I first invested, it had 1/10 of a Bitcoin basically becomes 100,000 bits, which is not a bad way to work with things really. That's quite simple methodology. But you can see this one has also lost a little bit of the initial investment as well, and that just shows you how many bits you're currently down. So not very much at all. So yeah, that's basically it for all of this video. I just wanted to kind of give you a quick brief overview of the videos that are going to be coming up soon. And like I said, I'll be doing them on a monthly basis. So the first month for each of these sites, and they'll each have their own video, will be on or around the 15th of March. And yeah, I'll go into more details in each one of them. If there's any sites that you're using, or you'd like me to kind of review or invest in any particular sites that you're interested in, then let me know in the comments, and I'll take a look there. And if it looks worthwhile, I'll invest, and then I'll do updating videos and stuff accordingly. So that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next video.